Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into She Roams Free. Today I want to talk to you guys about something. You guys already know just from watching several of my videos that I and my spouse are going to be moving to Southeast Asia. We're going to be slow traveling, and guess what? We are less than 1 week away. And the purpose of this video is for me to really talk to you guys about and share my reason about why we are leaving. And at this point, as you can tell, I'm over it. I'm over America. I'm tired. If you want to hear more about why I'm really ready to go, stay tuned. Look, guys, we had a 7-year plan. A 7-year plan to move overseas, to live abroad, so that we can retire early, with reasonable costs, right? But we had to push up that plan. I mean, that plan went from 7 years to 1 year. And the reason why we decided to do that is because, as you guys may know, everything is going up. We're not talking about normal inflation. We're talking about inflation on steroids. It's ridiculous. And we're also talking about what's going on in the presidential office. So when Phil and I noticed this last year, we were like, oh, looks like we're gonna have to speed that plan up. So that's why I'm leaving, because the cost of living, because it just seems like we can even tell with the food, not just for the cost of how much it costs, right? Like we're paying 3 times the amount since 2024, but also when you taste the food, when you're going to go order food, the food doesn't even taste the same anymore. It tastes as if they're reducing the amount of ingredients they put into it. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, leave a comment, but I'm noticing, I'm seeing it. Everything's just going up, and not to mention people are just losing jobs, and it's just getting ridiculous. And you don't really know what that is unless you're really experiencing it. And I'm really referring to people who are in the US and experiencing what exactly is going on, because you know what's going on. Don't be naive to what the situation is. So here are the actions we took and to doing research to figure out where we want to be around the world. So one of the first things we did was we had to determine what our income source would be. And I'm pretty much not at the exact, I guess, retirement age in the US. So I had to change my mindset that even though I had this 7-year plan, don't focus so much on having this, certain base of income that I wanted to create for myself before we retired. So one of the things I did was I looked at our income and our investments, and I know everybody don't necessarily have that, but at least savings. So I started off with savings so that just for anyone, for ourselves, if we didn't necessarily have all of the income base we needed to live in these different countries, at least we wanted to make sure we had 6 months, if not a year, of our monthly living expenses. And how we were able to determine what our living expenses would be is we started doing research in Southeast Asia. And the reason why we chose Southeast Asia is because we've both been to Southeast Asia, but we really wanted to make sure we took the time to not figure out just what we used to experiencing, but really get an idea of what life could be there. So one of the things we did was we did start watching YouTube videos, and we saw that there was a lot of people in these countries, like for example, Thailand and Vietnam, and we saw a lot of people that looked like us that's there. And we were learning from their experience. We also did some research on the cost of living there, and we found that as a couple, you could live off $2,000 a month in USD, or maybe even $1,500 a month as a single person. And Phil and I were just like, oh, that should be reasonable. We know that that's not necessarily easy for everyone to do, but you gotta start somewhere. So that's what we did. And we made sure that we at least have 6 months to a year of saving expenses. When it comes to our investments, yes, we do have rental properties. We do have stock portfolio, but I wasn't ready just yet to live off of those income sources. I still want to grow it. And Phil and I were having a long conversation about this. Do I still myself work in a corporate America environment, or do I go and continue to do projects on the side as a consultant? And most of you guys may already know from watching some of my videos that I'm currently an independent workday consultant. So every now and then I'll work on a project 3 to 6 months and then take off the remainder of the year. I just started that journey last year. So based on my research, I have found opportunities, and I actually created a video about this. I will include it below, the link below, where I talk about how I was able to locate these jobs, how I was able to not only locate the job, but apply. And I also did some research on visas, because we also took time to do research on visas, not just the retirement visa, the DTV visa, but also there are work visas. And with doing research, I learned that a particular company that I applied for also offer a work visa. So we did our research with the visas, and we found out it could potentially be easier to obtain a visa in Vietnam versus Thailand. There are some requirements that you need to go through, but you could go and get a tourist visa and stay within that country for the first 90 days. So that was the other thing we did. We did the research on the visas. I talked about income, our assets. One of the other biggest thing is we wanted to make sure all our debt was paid for. So Phil and I made sure that we took time to pay off any credit card bills we owe, anything we had, any subscriptions. You know, if we had anything like Hulu, like TV subscriptions, or if we had any other subscriptions, like maybe Netflix or something like that, we turned it off. We just decided to reduce our expenses. So those are some of the items. Probably not everything, but those are some of the actual steps that we took. Embracing the culture. So one of the things that we talked about, one of the things that I've been looking into is how could we adapt into the culture environment? One of the things that I'm very excited about is learning from the culture is how they live, how they enjoy life, as far as what they eat, as well as how they speak. Phil and I are not new to eating different culture food. We travel, we try different foods wherever we go, but also back at home, we eat very uniquely. Like, we have a unique appetite. I would say we try different types of food, and we even cook these dishes at home, as far as we cook Thai. We also cook Vietnamese food. We cook Japanese food. So we're already pretty much can relate when it comes to those dishes. I know it's not the exact same ingredients in those countries, so we're looking forward to that experience. The other thing is the language, right? So we have talked about taking some Thai courses. That's actually one of the things that you could do. You could get a visa just by taking some Thai classes, like to learn the language, and that's something that we're planning on doing as well. The other thing is we do plan to, when we move, once we decide as far as where we want to live within Thailand, we do plan to stay somewhere long-term in a Thai community. And the reason for that is because we want to be able to connect with the Thai community and learn from there. And the best way to do that is to be around them and surround yourself with them, and to be able to be comfortable with adapting to something that you're not used to. Asia. I would say majority of my family were excited for us, excited for me. They were not surprised, especially on my mom's side, because they knew me my entire life, and they always known that I wanted to live abroad. I enjoy traveling, so they're happy for myself and my spouse. I would say not everybody supports the move. My dad personally is not necessarily comfortable with the idea, regardless of how much we have explained to him, and he's done his own research. He still have some concerns. But I'm hoping that as we move around and he maybe takes the time out to watch our YouTube channels, he will see that we're okay and that there's more to life and is more than what we've been taught. And I'm not just talking about Thailand and Vietnam, I'm talking about a lot of countries around the world where in the US we're taught that these places are not the cleanest places, or it's really bad there, or they live in horrible conditions, or you're gonna get robbed. So I'm hoping that our experience will motivate someone, and also people would really take the time out to travel. So one of the most exciting things I found in my research, I would say the cost of living. I knew it would be less expensive than the US, but I had no idea how reasonable it is. I mean, we've been watching a lot of YouTube channels and a lot of expats been showing their homes, places they've been renting for a long-term lease in Thailand and also Vietnam. And I'm just amazed how these houses look. A lot of these houses and condos look like they could cost about $3,000, $4,000 in USD.
A reality.
How did I approach the financial planning to make this a reality? Whew. So I love numbers. I'm not bad at them. I would say definitely look at all our debt. Make sure we pay all of debt. Sell our cars. We sold all cars. We sold everything. Real estate properties. Make sure that we hired a property manager to help us with leasing those properties. Creating a bucket for those properties that don't get leased right. Creating a bucket for at least 6 months to a year to pay for the mortgage or whatever expenses we have, and also make sure I rebalance our stock portfolio. Now, I didn't sell everything in our stock portfolio. The whole point of this is because I'm trying to build a stream of income for us in our stock portfolio through dividends. We already was making money from dividends, but because we accelerate the goal, the process, I try to produce this faster and do the rebalancing.
All right.
One of the things I wish I knew before I started taking the steps to move, I would have to say is, I wish I would have known sooner. And I say that because I definitely feel like I'll be a lot more prepared. I mean, we're prepared, but I feel like we will be a lot more prepared. I mean, it's not about having everything completely right. It's about having some, having something settled, right? Even if it's just having savings in a goal and then just going out and try it out. Life is just too short not to explore and try things out. So I wish I would have given more time or just known sooner that this is something that we could do and don't necessarily have to be fit into a 7-year plan. And I know this could be different for everybody else for someone else because not everyone's situation is the same. All right, so y'all wanted to know the truth, why we leaving, and that's it, that's why we leaving. If you like this video, if you feel like you learned something from it, please hit that like button, please subscribe, share it with someone that needs to hear this information. Come on, guys, life is too short for you not to take a chance on yourself and your family. You are doing this for yourself and your family. Until next time, take care of yourself, love one another, peace. Okay, it was okay? Okay. So a lot of you guys been asking me, how did you start your own YouTube channel? Well, here you go. I recommend you try out Grounded Life YouTube After 40. It gave me the tools and the confidence to start my own YouTube channel. Scan below or the link is in the description.